Welcome back to Plug and Chug. This is Sigma Edition. Now guys, despite the fact that it looks like a crazy E, the sigma is actually the Greek letter for S. And that's why mathematicians use it to represent sums. Basically, whenever you see a sigma floating around, it means you're going to be adding some stuff together. Not so bad. So check it out. You might have an expression that looks like this. This guy has read the sum from I equals 1 to 5 of 2i minus 1. And all that means is that, well, 2i minus 1 is a sequence. We're going to plug values in for I. And the thing on bottom says we're going to start with I equals 1. We're going to use higher and higher values of I. And we're going to stop once we hit I equals 5. Let's go ahead and do that, dude. That's not so bad. If we plug in 1 for I, then we get out 1. If we plug in 2 for I, then we get out 3. If we plug in 3 for I, we get out 5. And so on and so forth. The 5 terms that we get by plugging in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. The sum symbol says we got to add those puppies up. When we do, we get 25. Not so bad. All right, guys, now let me give you one more example. Let's say you're asked to go backwards. Let's say you're given a bunch of numbers that are added together, and you're asked to represent that as a sum. Here's what we're going to do. First, we got to figure out what that sequence is that's going to go in front of the sigma. To figure that out, let's just forget about those plus symbols for a second. They're just getting in the way. Now we've got this nice sequence that looks like 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. And if you think about it for long enough, you can see that the pattern is these guys are perfect squares. So the equation for the sequence is just going to be n squared. Now if we want to write it as a sum, we've already got most of the work done. We know it's going to be the sum of n squared. But we have to figure out where n starts and where n finishes. And that's not so bad because the first number is 1 squared, the last number is 6 squared. So this sum is going to go from n equals 1 to 6. And dudes, that's it. That's how sums work.